doing whiskey hour.
What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I know you from that Bargoyles Podcast.
I was gonna say, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles? Yo, welcome to the Bargoyles, episode 136. I just fumbled our own name.
We are the Bargoyles.
Hey,
What's up? Hey.
I'm in a suit.
Yes, we are the city girls of the bar. What's up, baby girl? Act right, act up. What's the song? How it goes again?
Act up, get smacked up. I don't know.
Act up, bitch, get smacked up. That song goes fucking hard. Before we start this show, guys, this is Bargoyles, episode 136. Nick, we had it.
It was close.
But we're a one-take show.
Yeah.
So, as always, here, me, one of your hosts, Isaac Ignacio Bennett, as always, over in the corporate corner.
It's your boy, Corporate Nick. Today, your boy is wearing this instead of Isaac. I had a little meeting that has nothing to do with the current job I'm working at right now, but yeah, had a little nice meeting before I got here up in Delray, and there might be some more changes coming.
See, he has to acknowledge he's wearing a suit. When I wear a suit, I don't even say nothing.
Yeah, because my ass don't have a lot.
Shit. Oh, well, I'm wearing a suit. Damn, I didn't even know that. Now, but shout out to my man here, the guest of today. I don't know if I've seen him wear a suit outside of a dope ass HVAC suit that is musty, but you know he's working fucking hard though. That's one of these. He's a hard working man. I've seen him in rooms all over Northern Virginia. He's one of the best promoters I know. All the pretty ladies say yeah. Give it up for my man, Los Vegas.
Man, appreciate y'all for letting me come on y'all podcast.
How you living? Let's start the show like we try to with some shots here. Because like we say here on the show, shots are like handshakes. Cheers. Ooh. So tell the people at home, Los, give them a little rundown about you. What's the elevator pitch of who you are?
Oh, man. Just raised in Northern VA, you know what I'm saying? Always been around. Getting into the comedy stuff now. Getting into the clothing line a little bit, doing some shirts. Do HVAC, so if anybody needs AAC worked on and stuff like that, I do charge. Come get me.
You do charge.
And really just enjoying this comedy life, man, and just enjoying everything that's been coming along with it.
That's what's up. How'd you get into this comedy game? What happened?
Okay, so this
that was the
story,
perfect time for a cough.
Right, perfect time.
We need a cough button.
Yeah,
right.
My brother actually introduced me into Angie. And
oh,
Angie
shout out Miss Robinson.
Yeah, shout out to Angie. I was just with her in Tennessee, and brought me to Alexa Palm, and it went from there. But I've always been told I was funny. You know what I'm saying? So I never thought about doing the stand up. But when that thing came around, I figured I'd go out and try it. I heard it so much, I go out and try it, and here we are.
Damn, that's what's up. I didn't know you. I always knew you knew Angela. That's a homegirl. Love her to death.
Right.
I always knew you, but I didn't know y'all was like that, like tight like that.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know until my brother introduced me. But Angie, and like I said, she's been taking me underneath her wing. So shout out to Miss Angie.
No, shout out to Angie. Shout out to Angie. That's what's up. Holy shit, man. So how long you been doing comedy for real?
This is going on probably. It has to be like 6 years. I would have to sit back and really think about it, but it's around that 6 year mark.
Dang. Yep. That's fucking great. Holy shit. Okay, cool. I didn't know that because I see you in passing rooms a lot, but you're always coming and going. You're like, I see you for a minute and then you're gone. I'm like, did Los leave? They're like, yeah, he left. Like, poof, like just a cloud of smoke. He gone.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just because of all of this, I really try to brand myself. So it's I'm just that one working man figuring out how I want everybody else to see me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always moving around, but I also do a lot of supporting and helping out and stuff. So I'm always at somebody's event, and God.
Hey, you do support hard, man. It's seen. It's definitely seen. I see you supporting Bargoyles shit, liking our shit, supporting it. I appreciate the love. It's always that's why it's great to have you on the show, man.
Always.
It's good to have because we've been finding that balance between having people on the show who are doing us a favor versus people who like are excited to be on the show. So like we had 2 separate people drop for this show by the time like you 8 came into this, and then when I told Nick, he was like, hey, what was your reaction when Los coming in?
Oh, I love Los. Every time, love is a strong word. I don't like love.
Hey, no, man, it's cool. I
No,
appreciate
I mean, because I can't say love because like we barely know each other, so I don't want to. I don't want to set the standards like we've known each other a long time.
He is my best friend.
Yeah, but like every time I've gone to a room that he's been in, it's always we approach each other with mad love, and I find you very funny. And with you being the guest that filled in, it made me really happy because it's not like who is this guy coming in, or who is this like random restaurant server who works at some random spot that we don't know.
He just finished his lunch shift and I got him.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what time do you get off work?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You ever sat on a white couch?
Yeah. And so it was good. And honestly, we've had a really good flow with comedians lately, so I kind of know how to do the show with comedians now.
I always get it.
Yeah. So, I was very happy to see that it was low. So
It's funny. We just put out the Glenn episode, and I saw him the other night. He goes, man, I feel like I wasn't talking enough. I was like, bro, you talked a lot.
Dude, we posted like 4 fucking clips. It's the most clips we've done from one episode.
Oh, I
in
still
like
got like 4 or 5 clips.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better about the clips, but it's one
Shout
of
out
those.
to
Glenn's great. Glenn's great, but he was like, man, I did no talking. I was like, no, you're just used to being a comic who's talking by yourself all the time. Like
Right.
it wasn't as natural a conversation back and forth. It was like a lot of monologuing.
Yeah.
But it was still great. Like the back and forths were great. So it is good. We're finding that balance between like interviewing comics versus like interviewing people who don't know how to be on camera.
Right.
Yeah. Because I hit up one guy. Shout out D-Mac. You're the guy who fucking canceled this week, bitch.
This guy comic?
Yeah. No, I'm
Shout
not
out to
quotation.
Mac.
Yeah, I'm not quotation. He is a comic, but he's the first comic to hit me up to be like, so like, what do you guys talk about on the show? I was like,
pulled one of
a little
those. It's
insecure.
been a while,
Ooh, I was
yeah.
like, we haven't had that. Only bartenders and servers when they come on the show, Loach, they're like, well, so what do we do? I'm like, we just talk.
What's the topic?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, nobody knows how those podcasts flow. I used to have one a couple of years back.
Tell me about that. What happened?
I had a podcast. Went too far from Electra Palm. There's this building. If you've been around here for a while, there's this building off of what is that? Gordon Boulevard, I believe. Sits out in the cut. Either way, they had a studio above that. Met a guy that ran the radio station that was up there. It was a podcast. I mean, it was like internet. And
They had internet.
no, I mean, well, I'm just saying, like, it was
World
more
Wide
like
Web.
that. Internet radio is what I wanted to say.
you right.
More
Okay,
instead
okay,
of
like
just
Helltown, like
yes,
when we did Helltown.
instead of just more like airwaves. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they definitely had.
They had
internet.
running water.
Is it that building by the KFC that's always leasing offices and
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
there?
So it's a little. It's right behind the KFC, but if you keep that road all the way down to that
Elms
light,
Ridge, yeah.
that house right. That sits right there at that light, right off in the cut. They used to have an area right there where you used to do the radio station, and we had a.
That's the one that caught on fire.
podcast.
Shout out Crack House Radio. Shout out Crack
Yeah,
House
you
I
Radio.
think
know what I'm
that place
saying?
caught on fire.
What?
That's the one that made Kids' Choice catch on fire, right? That house?
Oh, I know.
No,
Kids'
no,
Choice
no, no,
The
no.
other house.
It was-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was close by.
Neither
that
here
way.
nor
Yes.
there, but yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
Man, that
Arson?
Man,
That
that be
was-
down and
yeah.
stuff, man. You really just brought me down, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
You know, but yeah, with the podcast, man, I understand that too because, like you said, a lot of people are not very comfortable on camera, so that makes for like an awkward that moment, that pause, and then we got to keep going in there, or like you said, either somebody just doesn't want to talk.
Yes.
Now you know what I'm saying, and
Well,
that's the other thing.
I don't mind the people who don't want to talk because it's our job to like get them to talk.
Right.
It's the people who like they come in like they have a book report where I'm like, yeah, we're probably going to talk about like just. We're doing a special on rum and mojitos, and they're like, oh, yeah, cool. And then they show up, 1977 was the first mojito. I'm like, no, this isn't a book report. Like, we're just
Yeah.
having a conversation. We'll try some cocktails, talk a little bit about this, that, and the other. But some people just don't get it. So we've been loving having the comics on. It's tough because we're the Bargoyles, and we like interviewing bartenders and whatnot, and that's our niche. And we haven't heard back from fucking Tails yet. They said in May the nominations come
The
out.
nominations. Yeah, I'm going with they don't reach out to the people who didn't.
Yeah. Well, they also haven't announced anything.
They haven't announced anything yet. Yeah.
No, we're there's the Tales of the Cocktail. It's this great conference in New Orleans every year, and we submit as one of the bartending podcasts for mixed media. Hopefully, we can try to get that and try to do that because it's
y'all
a great
get
fun
it.
event. Yeah.
Y'all
Oh
definitely
yeah,
get it.
yeah. We're gonna go anyway, but yeah.
It's just, it's hard to think there are 10 better podcasts in the Eastern region specifically about bartending.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Talk your ish.
I'm just
Isaac.
like,
Talk your
there are people out there
cash
like this,
money,
like,
Isaac.
hey, I'm at this bar, I'm trying the chicken wings. I'm like, that's not a podcast.
Yeah, there's
Right.
content creators
Right.
that do what we do, but not the way we do it. And
Yeah.
we're a podcast. We are content creators, but we are podcasters, like through and
No,
through.
I mean,
we're
you got a
podcasters.
structure. It's a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes a difference.
Yeah, welcome to my basement studio, dog. You know?
Man, hey, I've been waiting. Y'all know I've been waiting.
I appreciate it, man. You fucking came up real quick with us. I appreciate that. So, as the Bargoyles, though, we do like to talk bars. We do like to talk restaurant. We do like to talk industry. I've been told you have a little bit of restaurant experience. What
Just a
happened? to you?
little bit, man. Let me bring y'all back. So back in 19,
In the 1900s.
man, it was
Let me
really
roll you
just
something real quick.
really short-lived too, man. I did it back when I was in high school. Was working at I actually used bus tables at Red Robin over there by the mall.
Oh, nice. I also
Red
worked
Robin
at
by
Red
the
Robin.
When Red
Yeah, the Red Robin.
Oh, on
Yes.
Worth Avenue on the other
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
Of
yeah, by the
Yeah.
I should say
By the
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
By the Walmart.
Yeah.
And
Worth Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that, and it just wasn't for me after a while, you know what I'm saying? But I was still young. So in my mind, I'm still just young, full of dumb and stuff right there, right? Like, I just want to be on the block somewhere instead of over here busting tables or, like, feeling kind of worthless, you know what I'm saying? So I was going.
Busting tables for a place that serves endless bottomless shit.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Yeah,
fun.
the fries,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, but there it's not so bad because all the plateware, it's all plastic baskets.
Yeah, but he's talking about 1974.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
When they first opened up.
so they were cardboard boxes. This is
Nah,
what
they
it's
still
easy.
they actually did have the baskets back then, but I mean, like you said, it was just like this and that, and I
It
just
isn't
felt
for
like
everybody.
I just thought I was too cool for this, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
So
I understand.
I had to go. I was like, and they weren't trying to give me the day off the next day after prom. So that just made my
Yeah.
whole
I quit
decision
many
right there.
jobs based off of
You know
shit
what I'm saying?
like
Like for real.
that.
Like for real. That was the main thing. Like I was gonna stick it out, but I was like, you know what? Nah, man.
Yo, I
fuck
got
this.
a limo and a shorty looking good.
yeah, you know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
need that next day to recover
But
this
like, fuck
thing,
that
you know
job
what
for
I'm
that
saying?
though. Not giving you the day off for that.
And it's a high school
It
kid.
was
Yeah,
high
what are we
school.
doing? Yeah.
This-
And
Yeah.
I will say, I wish they didn't give me that day off because I actually married her and we're not together no more. She's now my baby mama.
You live, love, and you learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
I love
fuck
my
jobs
kids
like
though,
that.
yeah.
that
But
don't-
yeah, I left. He said I couldn't have. I was going to Kings Dominion. Dog, I'm gone.
yeah, I'm gonna go get on a roller coaster, brother. Like
I want to be here. No.
yeah. Yeah, that shit's fucked up. My girl works for a college, and they have like early college students shit, and they had a graduation going on the other day, and some kid couldn't show up because McDonald's wouldn't give him the day off. Him graduating.
Oh wow.
He was graduating. He only gets one of these.
What?
Wow.
And I was like, yo,
How much are y'all
fuck that.
paying him?
Yeah, I was like, fuck that. Like, if I was that college or whoever the fuck runs it, I'm
we're talking about
bring them.
college.
I'm gonna bring them to. I think he was a high school kid that was
I
getting
mean,
credit.
still, it's a graduation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a graduation.
And
yeah.
they still wouldn't let him. Like, he couldn't go to the
According
ceremony.
to the Dave Chappelle sketch, like McDonald's cares about education.
Right.
Like,
Calvin got a job.
Calvin got a job. What they care? That's fucked up. That's crazy. These minimum wage jobs, man. They do that to you. They'll definitely run it
they
out of you.
Oh yeah, but that's why I tell people quit.
Yeah.
Like, people that work for me now, they'll be like, I need to make more money. I need to do this. I'm like, but I don't want to let you guys down. I'm like, no, we're not offering you any more money. Quit. Like, I'm cool with that. Quit.
I hope y'all are watching this.
Yeah, next week I might have an announcement. So like,
Jesus. So this motherfucker is God.
it's a good one though. We'll talk about it
We'll
after the
see,
show.
man. As long get your fucking schedule right. All right.
Right.
Let's
No, that's
as long
part
as we
of
can
it.
get that.
It's
As
getting
long
the
as we can
schedule
get
right,
that.
and
Yeah.
the place I may be going to next, I might be able to get a comedy room
Okay.
there,
we
and
go.
then yeah.
That's right, man. Talk your shit.
There you go. Yeah. Put on.
Yo,
Get your
shit.
schedule right, man. Fuck this shit.
It's your show.
Yeah.
It
It's a
doesn't
whole
feel like
thing.
my life right now though.
It is one of those things that, shout out Joe P, one of my mentors when it came to the bartending game. He's like, to be in that industry, the bartending restaurants, you can't have an ego. It's one of those, like, they tell you, you're just like, all right, cool.
How long have you
just gotta eat
bartended?
it. I was in the game for like 15 years.
Yeah, and I'm on
just
year
see that
19.
too.
I just stopped
Yeah.
bartending 11 months ago.
I can see that.
I got out and I was like, I'm going to spend a year out before I even think about picking up
going
a shift.
back.
But like,
I
I'm
could
like,
see that.
yeah.
Honestly.
That's
would
because
probably
I've
just
been doing
fun.
comedy for less than a year too. Like this is I got
I
let go of the
remember
bar.
us talking about that, yeah.
And so I was like, a lot of people think I'm more polished than I should be, and I was like, no, it's just because I've been like unofficially running jokes by guests my entire career. I was just kind of like, oh, I thought of a funny thing, and I would just say it to a guest. I'm like, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty
I wonder if
funny.
it's funny with this guy. Oh, it's not funny. That guy. He's racist. It's not that funny. Yeah.
So what made you get in it?
It was so not working at the bar and having all of my nights free. The first things I started doing was just going to bars and be like, oh man, let me hit this place up. Let me hit this place up. One that gets expensive. Two, when you're going out by yourself, you realize just kind of like, oh man, I don't want to be that like lonely, horny dude just hitting the bars like,
Right.
where the shouties at.
With
I was
no
like,
purpose.
Yeah.
No, I'm a comedian.
Yeah, right. Well, I wasn't at the time. That's why I was just kind of like, man, like I needed something to fulfill my nights. Like if I didn't have something I was doing, like if I wasn't doing comedy, I promise I'd be back at another bar bartending right now. So like comedy really helped fill the void for me. That was like the social aspect of being at a bar every night and seeing, oh, hey, what's up, Janice? How you doing? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, like I got that in this. So I'm still hitting bars, seeing people, seeing some old friends, some old bartenders. They're like, oh shit, you're still? I was like, no, I'm not. I'm like bar adjacent now. I'm not like in the bars, but bars still pay me sometimes. So.
I got a bar at the house, but
There we go. Yeah.
yeah.
I got a podcast out. Y'all want to? No, y'all don't want to come on.
All right. Well,
I looked back at it because look back. I always make the joke that like we would interview bartenders and servers, and I'm like, yeah. And then after like 80, we ran out.
yeah.
It's like closer to. It was like close. It's like closer to 90.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we had a good run of just
Right.
servers, bartenders, servers,
restaurant
because-
people.
yeah, because we threw comics in randomly. One of the first comics we threw on was like Ethan, I think, and he was trash. Ethan Mitchell, you know him. Yeah, he was trash. He was a terrible guest. Greg Peters was one of the first, and you did that one with Greg.
Yep,
And then
Greg.
Nick D's. Those are like the first three. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
Nick
I
D's.
think our last server was Jeff from Ship Garden.
didn't even put that episode out.
And we didn't even put that episode.
Didn't even put that
no,
episode
we
out,
put it
yeah.
the first. We didn't put part 2 out.
Oh yeah, we put part 1 out.
We
Yeah,
put
we
part
put
one, and he was asking about part 2.
Yeah,
and
he
we were just
commented
like,
a few
I don't
times.
know,
It wasn't great, and I felt like
he was promoting his restaurant too much and not himself.
no. That was great, but I felt like I wasn't sure if we had his bars. Like he kept saying, he's like, "Yo, they want me talking about this stuff," but he was talking off the wall shit, and I'm like, "Bro, I promise you, they don't want you saying the things you're saying about your restaurant." He's like, "Yeah, a bunch of Muslim dudes just coming in,
Trade secrets and shit. Yeah.
Like if you want to talk your shit and not name the restaurant, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you want to talk your shit and then name the restaurant, I'm like, they can come. There are repercussions.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've had some managers on the show, and then later they're like, "Yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble for what I told." I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I get that.
checks
yeah.
out, yeah.
Probably shouldn't."
You have to be
thanks.
transparent with us about what you want us to edit
Yes.
out.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
if you don't say shit, we're not editing shit
We're
out.
not editing.
You know what I mean? Racism maybe, but like other than that,
Hey.
like maybe.
Keep this thing rolling, fellas. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I've
Top 10
got
racist jokes
nothing-
from Los. Go ahead.
I've got
Number
nothing to
10.
hide. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but that's cool though, man. Like I said, I appreciate y'all letting me come because yeah. For those that don't know, if y'all watching at home, I always gotta go up to Isaac until this day to go up to him right after the show. Hey man, great set, man. You look great.
Even when
can
he's
I
lying,
be on the
man.
show?
Even when he's lying.
You
Even
know
when
what
he's
I'm saying?
lying and I fucking
When can I be
bombed.
on the show?
Even when I bombed,
You
he's
know
like,
what I'm saying?
"Hey man,
Now I
that
know
was
how the rest of the Jackson 5 feel when Michael Jackson left.
All right, Tito, chill out. No, man, it is one of those energy things, but that energy is also can sometimes, for me specifically, when someone's trying to be on the show a lot, I'm always like, oh man, I get weird about it sometimes because I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. Because you know who wanted to be on the show a lot? It wasn't a great episode. Kevin Skivington.
Yeah.
As much as we may not see eye to eye on shit because he's tall as fuck, but like he was one of the guys who was like not constantly, but like every other week, like, hey man, when am I gonna do your show? Hey man, when am I gonna do your show? And then he came on the show and it just wasn't a great episode. And I was just like, oh man, like just because you want to be part of it doesn't mean it's gonna be great. But
Yeah, no, I mean,
but I got high expectations for you, so
hey man, I appreciate it, man.
I know you got some bar stories.
Yeah, oh,
You know
of
what we
course.
did miss though, Los. Can you tell the regulars at home where they can find you, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Where can they find you?
man. Check me out on Instagram at _real_Big Los Vegas. That's right, Big Los Vegas.
Hey, Los
You know
Vegas.
what I'm saying? And you can also catch me as Los Vegas 2 on TikTok.
Awesome.
You on TikTok? You be
I am on TikTok.
you be doing dance video? What do you?
I don't be doing the dance
reaction?
videos. I try to do like the little skits.
Mhm.
voiceovers and whatever like that. Try to get into my creativity, help out with, what I want to bring out on the stage. So
it's tough because we're on TikTok and the only things that get us views, our highest view is this meme that I posted that I like. I was at Unk's house show. It's for the Super Bowl, and it was the halftime show. And so I was like, what Drake is like right now? And then I put together, who's Cuba in Boys in the Hood? What's his character?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, what's the character? I forget it.
Trey.
Yeah, when Trey gets back, he's like,
Yeah.
I put that. I was like, Drake watching the Super Bowl halftime show right now, and it was that.
Right.
Bro, TikTok, 120,000 views.
Yeah.
Any clip we post of the show, 200 views.
Yeah.
Like, we can't get past 300. But if we post a video of us putting our cocaine sticker somewhere, 30,000, 40,000 views. I'm like, I don't know what TikTok wants from us. Well, I kind of do, but like that's just not what we're doing,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel too, because it's like I'm not on that all the time, but it's just like if I feel something, you know what I'm saying, I might go on there and then I just, do it just to be relevant really with what's going on and stuff like that. But other than that, like, I mean, it's like another job to be on social media right now. So,
that much, yeah.
Like,
I mean, people do it, and if they're getting the money out of it, good for them.
Hey,
but
I'm
that
all
shit
for
is,
it. Like I said, I got a 9 to 5, so I got shows, and I'm doing podcasts, so I don't got time.
Hey, man, just came back. What was in Tennessee? What were you doing in Tennessee?
I was out in Tennessee. Went down there with Angie Lee. Put the show together down there in Tennessee.
Lee put the show together?
Lee put
Yo,
the
shout
show
out
together.
Lee. Shout out Lee.
Shout out to Lee. We went down there. We was down there for a couple of days. Met up some other great comedians. Shout out to Miss Arkansas. Shout out to
Miss
Whitney.
Arkansas, like the
Like a pageant
really?
queen?
like the pageant winner.
Yes.
Oh shit.
No bullshit.
Miss Alabama.
Just joking. And Brittany, I think her last name is Augustine or August.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I believe she was just up here doing a show with Heather Joyce.
Oh, true. Okay. If she's doing a show with Heather, that she's a killer. Yeah.
Yeah. And no, these ladies were definitely funny. So shout out to them. It was a good show. It was good to be out of town, be around different comedians and stuff. And if you are a comedian, you already know what it's like the backstage. You know what I'm saying?
The green room hang?
Yeah. Just chilling with the comedians or just, catching that vibe, like you said. It's always a great feeling.
Oh yeah, no, that's great. I used to party with Miss DC back when she used to bartend at the bar I worked at. But to be a pageant, you can't actually be in the service industry. So she was like bartending, started competing, had to drop out immediately. Yeah.
Was this Miss Arkansas the one that you were with?
No, she wasn't like looking like that. Like,
So was
she's
it
just from,
this
she's
lady?
from Arkansas.
Oh, I thought.
So it wasn't
when
the
I said was
pageant.
she Miss Arkansas like pageant?
Oh, I thought y'all was just joking because we were comedians. I thought we was all
like,
joking.
I ain't no goddamn comedian. So
I've never known nobody to win the
I
pageant.
thought I was like 2024.
Oh, no,
yeah, I'm like, oh, look at this beautiful.
That's what brought me. I was like, yo, I hung out with pageant queens. That's cool. Yeah, I get it. That's what's up. Oh,
Damn,
no,
I
just
should have
kidding.
probably just rolled with that.
That's what's up, though, man. Fucking doing some travel, Lee putting together shows. That's crazy. Do you have any shows coming up that you want to plug that people can go out?
Jimmy Hayes put a show together out there. Me and Angie will be on that one. And then also on the 27th of June, I will be down in Front Royal with Chris.
Kennisworth
Yes, I'll be down there with him, Front Royal.
at the Catamount Lounge.
Yes.
Catamount.
So I'll be out there. And, whoever else just calls, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes I do just get those phone calls.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
And, just got to go, man. But
I can't even do the show. Yeah, I got it. I'm free. I'm free.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to
I wasn't
respond
doing
within
nothing else.
24 hours, yeah.
I looked at my Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilots are so out of date.
Yeah.
That's crazy out of date. Let's talk about some things that are in date, though. Nick, I feel like you got some topics for us this week.
Yeah, I got a couple. One is something that's been going on social media really since 2020, but it just resurfaced again like a couple weeks ago.
Was it a 2020 thing?
Yeah, this was like a 2020 thing when like it's the conversation started when 6ix9ine had an interview and was something like, I'm not gonna go out there and be 100 niggas and they start beating my ass. He's like, I'm gonna run. He was like, I'm gonna run away. And then and then everyone's like, oh well, how would 100 men versus a gorilla? So probably we should have talked about this last week because it was more hot in the news then. But How do you guys feel about the 100 men versus one gorilla? How do you think that
This
would go?
week in Nick's uncurrent news, 1 week behind.
This was like crazy. I talked about this on TikTok. Like, like this was the most craziest trend ever. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what type of gorilla was this? That's what I want to know. Because if it's a silverback,
there are a little different gorillas. That is a very good point.
I was gonna say, because if this is a silverback, he's fucking a lot of shit up.
Yeah,
like for real.
You know what I'm saying? Is a lot of 100.
Okay, we're talking about like this man. This gorilla has like uncontrollable strength right now. You know what I'm saying? They're biting.
I mean, there is a limit. There's
in a short spurt, it does.
Okay.
In a short spurt, it does.
Now we go, but let him continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't see it. Like as soon, and plus I also feel like that 100 men will be a gorilla of one because like I got the gorilla grabbing at least 5 of them all at one time, fucking shit up, and then y'all running and scattering. Or at least half of y'all leaving, so now you're down to less than 100 men. It
is one of those like if it's not in a locked containment. Yes, a lot of the humans are leaving. A lot of humans are going to be running. They're going to do their thing, get out of there. But if the parameters are you're in a locked warehouse and loser walks out, you can't run. How about that?
I just don't want to be a part of that 100 man thing right there. Like
I'm not saying you're a part of it, but like.
Do I feel?
You think you got that faith in humanity?
I mean, they would have to wear him down. I don't see it honestly. I got him like wearing him down, but like, I mean, like, okay. And then here's my other thing: we're locked in. Do we have weapons?
No.
Yeah,
you got dead Tony's arm,
right? Yeah,
like he
pretty
got
much
ripped
like
off,
that.
So
okay,
swing his arm, so
that's
like,
so then that's all the clip. Yeah, nah. I just got him like really tying him down.
Bro, I promise. And all of us, let's get our belts off. Boom. Start putting them together, make a long rope, and then start running around them 2-3 many times. Boom, we're good. Like that's it. Yeah. We don't have tools, but I'm sure at least half of the guys are wearing belts.
Yeah.
2 feet of belt, 50 dudes, you got 100 feet of belt. You can wrap that shit around them enough times if you guys link up belts and with the loops and whatnot. We have to fight with our brains because he also has thumbs.
And they have twice as many thumbs.
What? Gorillas have 2 thumbs?
Yeah, they have thumbs on their feet.
Oh, true. Yeah, feet thumbs.
Yeah, they have feet thumbs. My thing with that is I don't think that a gorilla, say average gorilla, what are they, like 5'11", blah, blah, blah. They're 10 times as strong as our strongest person. But
we're bringing 100.
We're bringing 100. Yeah. And to think about it, 100 people aren't going to be able to attack it at once because that's just, you physically, it's impossible for 100 people to attack one thing at once. But I don't think the gorilla gets through all 100 people. I think that the
stamina's got to be.
Yeah, I watched like a 35-minute video. He's a funny guy. He's a funny dude who was saying, and he's like a video game streamer, but he said he's been thinking about this for like 5 years, and he's done a bunch of research on this shit.
How do you research?
Yeah, it's about like strength and our strongest person. How allegedly, if you were to do if you compare our strongest deadlifter, the record,
Eddie Hall
is still like 1,000 pounds less than what an average gorilla could deadlift. I think that gorilla gets through less than half of the people, but then is worn down. And then eventually we could overtake it because it just has no energy. But that gorilla is fucking a lot of people up. Like, but we're talking about a bunch of average men who still have fear and all those things. He's gonna fuck up a lot of people. Right. But if you give a bunch of like methed up crackheads who you say you can give them unlimited rocks for the rest of
they're rocking.
Shout out,
they're gonna win.
Germany.
They're gonna win. Germany, yeah, they're gonna win. You know what I mean? But I think it shows the human ego that we are like, oh, if we just strategize and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but if you have fear, you're going to see the first 5 people get their arms ripped off and killed really fast. And now you're going to want to get the fuck up out of there, hide, shit yourself, faint.
Yeah, but also the gorilla would do that too. Like if it's 100 of us, he'll one swing knock out like a good 10. But when he sees that other 90, other 70 still there, the 20 that ran, he's also going to run.
Because they fear death as well.
If we're in the locked in containment, that's where I'm like, no, that's the only chance we have.
I do agree with you on that one though too. That's why I was saying like, at least if like even if half of them ran away, you know what I'm saying? Like the gorilla can take on that many. You know, something like that. But I just feel like 100. But
that's my thing is when I hear the
I guess we'll never know, right?
Somebody's
gonna try it,
somebody
right?
in Dubai is
Mr.
organizing
Beast.
this. Yeah,
Mr. Beast is gonna
Beast.
find a way,
Yeah.
and Joe Rogan's gonna be in the back.
hey guys,
Yeah.
welcome to 100 guys versus a gorilla.
Yeah, he's doing an intro. Joe Rogan's got a fucking flare gun in the back to start it off.
Yeah.
The one I can't agree with because I see all the debates online and they're like, yeah, we're gonna get our John Joneses and our Miles Garrett's. And I'm like, no, because it has to be regular. Because
has to be
if
regular.
we're bringing our strongest, the gorilla, it has to be the strongest gorilla ever
Gorilla,
recorded,
right.
and because it wouldn't be fair.
And that's when you got that silverback, right?
Yeah. That's where I'm like, shit, I don't know about all that. But Glenn made a great joke about it Tuesday. He was talking about the gorilla shit, and he was just like, when has a gorilla ever won? Ever in the history of mankind versus man? Because we've never did 100 unarmed men against a gorilla. But like, his joke was, show me the one time a gorilla has brought his gorilla family to look at a human enclosure. It ain't happened? All right, so it ain't gonna happen now. And I was like, that shit was funny. And I was like,
Shout out
yeah,
to Glenn.
I'll give that. Yeah, shout out Glenn. Yeah, great episode. Yeah. But I mean, it's one of those like we're never gonna know. But it is funny the human ego of like how many guys are just easy. I'm like, chill out, Chad. Like, wow, me and my boys popping some zins. You're like,
Right.
Sure.
what are we doing?
It's the ego, man. Yeah. It's the frat boy ego who are on that side of the debate. And to me, it's just, you got to be willing to sacrifice. That's how I look at it. If this is a Royal Rumble, I don't want to be in the first few into the ring. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I want to be towards the end. Yeah, get me towards the end. I need Stone Cold's music to play, coming out. And
I mean, who wants to volunteer to be for the front? That would be my thing. Who did volunteer?
Well, if it's an orgy, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's different. But
well, what are we gonna do with the gorilla when he's dead? You know?
Right. We're not eating much gorilla meat, so we might as well beat the gorilla.
You don't want to beat gorilla cheeks. Like, what are we doing?
There might be some wagyu in there. So.
I'm looking for wagyu booty meat, bro. What? No, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Just like, man, I was just watching the internet and getting on Reddit and just like, you guys, like the ego that us humans have is fucking hilarious. Just because
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, because it's like we as humans, we're such pussies. We had to create weapons. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to create weapons. They are the weapon. We had to create weapons to not get killed by these kind of beings.
Oh yeah, I was about to say most animals have their like innate nature weapons, but
and we used to.
Gorillas,
humans used to have big canines and everything, but we lost that, and they don't have to get guns and sticks and shit.
I just love that in this picture, all the white dudes are doing a haka because they know they're
Literally.
about to ceremoniously die.
Yeah, this first row.
You're like, okay.
This
gotcha.
first row is toast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All those
Every one of
Prince
these Chris Pratt lookalikes.
I feel like from here on, they're done.
Oh yeah. It's one
of
of the only thing that like helped us survive as humankind is that one, our lack of fur and our ability to sweat. And the only way they were talking, I was watching some documentary about it, talking about the energy and stamina of these hairless apes that could just run forever. Like we weren't beating saber-tooth tigers because we were like able to beat them. No, we would just keep chasing after them, and when they come after us, we'd run back and start going after them again until they get tired and die, and then we stab them. Like, all right, cool. Yeah. That's the one thing we have is stamina. Yeah. That's the only way we're going to be able to beat them is if we just, even if like we don't sacrifice any dudes, we just all keep running up. 100 of us coming in and out over 5 hours.
Yeah, it's going to wear them down.
It'll
give up. Yeah,
because they're full of just fast twitch muscle fibers and all that shit, and it's like,
chill out, you ESPN analyst of the 1990s. the quick twitch fibers.
Yeah, he's sneaky fast.
It is fucked up. I don't know. I'm not a gorilla, but I think I could beat off 100 men.
I would hope so.
Fap.
You hope so? You hope so?
You want to
Thanks,
see
Lewis.
it? You want to see it
Lewis. I
live?
appreciate that.
Play it live. We'll do it live.
No, I mean that's just ridiculous. I don't see that happening, but I feel like in other news though, you have some more freak off information. What's going on?
I have some super freak off. The diddler is at it again. The diddler is seeing his day in court, and he had people peeing in people's mouths, man.
Oh no! I heard his daughters walked out.
Yeah,
Did that, yeah. I mean, it's bad, man. Like it's it's bad, but this motherfucker gonna get off.
He's getting off.
He's
You
gonna
know
get
what?
off.
I
Man.
mean, he
keep
got off a
thinking
lot.
the same thing. I keep thinking the same thing, honestly.
Yeah,
or
he's
he's going to
gonna-
get a slap on the wrist, right? He'll get like 5 years.
Yeah.
The lawyers he's
probation.
got, they're gonna not misconstrue, but they're gonna turn everything into all this was consensual. Everyone just has an appetite for different sexual activities.
Hell yeah.
And that's just what happened. But it's a little disturbing, and I don't want to get too much into it, making this turn into like a dark podcast. But it is something that is going on like right now, and everyone. I can't say for Isaac because you did grow up in Japan, but like me and Los grew up with a lot of things that like.
Oh, I would have went to a Diddy party.
Circulated around Diddy though, that Diddy had his hand in our culture growing up. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know Diddy, the D.
See, that's late into the game.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Not that one.
Oh.
Yeah, not
like
that
the
one.
Locks and Biggie and Faith and Craig Mack. And
Oh
all
man,
of
him and Biggie had some fucking sus ass moments, bro.
Yeah, Biggie had some
I know about that.
sus
I know about
ass
that.
lines.
Yeah.
You make me suck
Hey,
your
your
daddy's
daddy's
dick.
that. Hey, you know what's so crazy? When we was coming up as kids, like you was just rapping that joint because like Biggie.
That was a
just,
bar.
It was just a bar, right? And, like, we was
Unfortunate bar.
and now we're thinking, like I hear it now, and I'm like, damn, like we was really.
Biggie might have been
out
getting
here.
his cheeks clapped,
was out
man. He
here
really might have been
yelling
getting
that
his
man.
cheeks clapped.
But yeah, I'm with you. Before I heard this, definitely would have been at a Diddy party. Like there's no.
Yeah,
way
if I
in the
was
world.
famous enough, yeah, I would have definitely.
Like
I got
we
an
all
invite
can
to a
say,
Diddy
right?
party. Yeah,
I'm there until I saw all the weird shit. Right? Like I just happened to walk into a bathroom and there's weird shit going on. Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
You're like every celebrity right now. Like, no. Oh, the freak out started at 3. I left at 2.
Yeah, right.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, is that when that was? That was when
Yeah,
that was
that
going
shit.
down. That's
Yeah.
crazy. No, Uber wasn't around, so no, I don't have my taxi receipt.
I was still grabbing
Right,
party
yeah.
favors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I would have stayed too.
yeah.
I wasn't there when they were doing that to poor Cassie.
oh, Will Smith showed up. What?
What?
Whoa,
Oh,
shit!
man, damn.
he was in a speedo. What?
I saw this meme. Oh man, it fucking made me laugh so hard. It's the video of when Dave Chappelle, he's with the girl and they're like, "Hey, what's the freakiest thing you ever did?"
Yeah, I just saw that today. Too.
She's like, "Oh man, like, me and my girls, like, the train ran through on me while my friends were cheering on me." And they're like, "What's the freakiest thing you ever did?"
He
This
said we
freaky
went on
bitch.
gangbang. He said we're being this gangbang over here.
They posted that video and they said Cassie's husband right now.
So, Vina, what's the craziest thing you ever did sexually?
The craziest thing I ever did. Okay. One time I had a 3-way with these 2 guys in college, and my sorority sisters were like cheering me on. Yeah. That'd be it.
What about you, sir? Craziest thing I ever did sexually? They'd probably be having sex with old gangbang here without a rubber. It's fucking done, man. The state is over.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, imagine him just in that like son of a
They
bitch.
said he was removed from out of there too, though. At one point, right?
I don't know how they met. I don't even know who the guy is.
removed from court.
from the court.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
I'm
in-
sure
was in
he
the
left.
court.
Oh, like removed.
Yeah, but
yeah.
what I thought it might be right now, like thinking about it, he probably did walk out, but like,
Oh, you
I'm
don't
with
want to hear that shit. Yeah,
Nah,
You
you
definitely
don't.
don't.
No.
Because she
man.
probably hasn't talked to him about this.
It had to have come up. It's one of those like, what did she tell him? Like,
Right.
Because now he's like, no, now you're under oath. Like, well,
Well, she had to tell him something because he was the one that
everyone knows
even
a little bit.
encouraged her to even put out the lawsuit as well
Yeah.
too. So he had to know something. But like you said,
I know a lot of people were calling. I knew some WNBA teams were calling her. That 40 of her running down the hallway in the
Yeah, they're like,
hotel.
shit.
Like, she got
She
some
can
speed.
guard up. Yeah, she might be able to guard up. Fast break.
Can she box out? Can she
Yeah.
box out? Because that fast break is quick.
no,
Yeah,
bro.
she ready for the outlet pass?
She's not going to have to rebound because Angel Reese got all of them. Fucking-
Yeah, and then fucking misses every.
you
Never
know.
mind. You know, this is not Bargoyles versus the WNBA.
No, we love the WNBA.
Yeah.
Shout out Kate. Shout out fucking Mystics. We suck. All Washington teams
man.
suck at basketball right now, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
That fucking
And-
draft, bro.
Yeah, and then that damn
Lottery
That
pick
lottery,
for
brother.
Yeah, going to Dallas or some bullshit.
yeah.
Are you Los, you a conspiracy guy at all?
a little bit.
Do you put any water to the conspiracy that like people say the LA fires were started to burn a lot of the evidence that Diddy had because he was collecting evidence on a lot of celebrities. The whole, like, same Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein was doing it to the white celebrities. Diddy was kind of doing it to the black celebrities. So the fires got started, quote unquote, to burn a lot of that evidence because he has a lot of shit on a lot of people, a lot of powerful people.
Yeah, I do believe some of it. I feel like the reason I believe it is because, like I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know Diddy personally, but, like, I mean, like you said, Diddy's been part of the call. Diddy has always been a cocky motherfucker anyway.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So
he was always dancing up in the videos.
And he's a weirdo, too. He calls his mother sexy and shit.
Yeah, you know, or how he's around his son and stuff like that. Jesus. You know, how he's around his son and stuff like that. So, yeah, I believe in that.
Well, how's he around his son? What do you mean?
Like, he's, like, kind of, to me, I've seen, like, you know, videos and stuff like that when I'm like, they're just a little too close for me.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tom Brady kissed his son on the mouth, right?
Yeah, see, that's a too much, like, skin on skin at that age, though. Like, they're, like, grown.
Oh, yeah, Diddy kids are older, too.
Right, yeah. So that's
like our age.
Like, him and Justin are just hanging out with their shirts off, which is not nothing, but it's the way that they paraded around looks like that's, you know. I mean, you sleeping in bed with Usher, you know, fight over the cereal and stuff.
Did you see Bieber post a video of him eating pizza? Nothing else? So you know the whole Pizzagate thing?
No.
Pizzagate's part of, like, the whole, like, the sexual pedophile ring for underage kids. Okay. And there's a lot of talk that Bieber was a victim of this between Usher and Diddy, that he was being passed around. Okay, right. And so, like, as it was, like, the first day of the trial, all he does is post a video of him just eating pizza. People are like, Pizzagate! Pizzagate, it's real! Like, it's, there's a lot of shit going on with this Diddy thing. But is there something specific you wanted to highlight, Nick, before we move on?
No, I just really wanted to bring light to that, where that I wanted to see how you guys felt about how weird this shit is getting, because I think it's going to get weirder and weirder throughout this trial.
People's sexual proclivities is wild.
But I don't think we're going to hear about, Diddy sentenced 25 years in prison. I think we're going to hear Diddy.
What exactly are the charges they're bringing him up on?
So his charges are
sexual trafficking?
One count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. I know that word, but now that I'm reading it, I can't. Coercion. And 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He's pled not guilty. I don't think any of this stuff.
I've sex trafficked and I've transportation to engage in prostitution. Those aren't that bad. Okay? Those aren't that bad.
Yeah.
But I've never did it by force, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing is the by force, fraud, or coercion. I think that all of them are going to get dropped. Mm-hmm. I think everyone here is going to get dropped.
It's just one of those, like, it's going to be a payout kind of situation, one of those unsettlements outside of court, specifically because the victims of, because it's only 2 counts of sex trafficking. 2 counts is not even an afternoon brunch for Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the amount of girls he had at freak off. So it's like only 2 of them are bringing it all the way to full charge. They going to get paid out. Because, like, even if they win the court, those victims get nothing except for the fact that they won, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess sue them for emotional distress.
They'll sue them in civil
That's
court.
a separate course.
Yeah.
That's a separate case.
Yeah, and then the whole, like, everyone's like, oh, well, we have video of him beating Cassie in that hallway. Yeah. No, those charges aren't on this. He's not being charged with that.
Right, because you're not pressing.
This is not an abuse case.
Right, that's a thing. So that's how he's really going to get off on that. Mm-hmm. Now, the only thing that's going to hold him up
he was getting off.
Is that baby oil.
You think they won't sponsor him?
Yo, of course they will.
Him and Meek Mill will be right back in the mix.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Rubbing Johnson on Johnson, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Dreams and nightmares, man. Dreams and nightmares.
What else you got going on over there, Nick?
Dreams and nightmares. What a good check. One of my favorite videos all time is when this whole thing was first popping out. And you just see Meek just doing a freestyle in the club. Fucking on his bad bitch, doing some bad shit.
Yeah, and
then Diddy's like, what you talking about me?
I was fucking this bad bitch, she fucking me good, and every I was drove me crazy. I pulled up to her crib, I was in that 19 Mercedes.
You talking about this bad bitch? You fucking on this bad bitch? I'm like, that shit is wild. It is absolutely wild. That's the Diddy case, guys. Please comment some of your opinions below because I know you have a lot of them.
Yeah. Anyone comment besides DJ Sam?
DMVSM does not have a YouTube account anymore.
It's gone still.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know if it resurfaced yet.
Oh, I'm sure he's just watching through like some burner account if he's back on.
That's one of y'all trolls to be following y'all.
We have so
one
many
of the
trolls,
worst
but yeah,
that
yeah,
we're not going to go through this one again because it takes 30 minutes to
We got
explain.
trolls. We got
Yeah.
trolls. We don't got
Yeah.
fans. We got trolls, and so
Yeah.
it's one of those. They still talking about us, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
You ever got haters? And how do you deal with your haters there, Los?
I just don't give a fuck,
True.
honestly. Everybody's opinion, I mean, we're not kids anymore. That saying words don't hurt. I mean, back then it did because I was a kid.
Right.
But now that I'm grown.
Sticks and stones.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I just don't care, man. Like, too much energy to try to change something that you can't control.
True. That's mature shit. That's mature shit.
So I'm not
Success is the best revenge, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. And that for real, that's what I live for. Just to shit on them at the end of the day.
Oh, love that. That's the best. Yeah. How you on that beer? You need another beer?
Could I please?
Yeah, I got you.
appreciate it. Man, this is so cool over here. It was never like this at my podcast.
That's why I ain't around no more. I say that we're gonna get 70 views on here.
And then we'll probably hear people from my podcast like, damn, how you gonna
70
talk?
would be nice. To be honest. Yeah, 70 would be nice. And that's not shade towards you. That's just that's just the natural order of things.
Yeah, and then people from my podcast will be like, I can't believe you talk shit about me on your man's podcast. I'll be like, my bad.
It's one of those you hope they watch, but 9 times out of 10.
They did.
9 times out of 10, they see the clip.
Why do you think that is, though? Like, why the fuck do people do that? I really
People don't
do
want
hate
to
that
actually
shit.
support. They want the credit for supporting.
Yes.
It's one of these where they're
real.
like,
That's real.
People are like, oh shit, yo, great stuff. Where's I was like, oh, what'd you say? Like, I saw you was talking about Glenn's boobs. I was like,
right.
oh, the clip. You
Right.
watched,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Right.
cool. That is support, but you don't have to tell me you watched the clip that
was
just
a
popped
clip,
up on your feed.
yeah.
If you actually really support and you watching, but the Glenn episode last I saw, the average watch time was 21 minutes, which is crazy.
That's really crazy,
According
yeah.
to YouTube analytics, most people don't stay past 7. So like,
Yeah, I mean,
we
on all
average
of them.
around 13, 15. So
Yeah, that was crazy because we used to have the same thing. Even when you used to go live,
Yeah.
it's the same
people
thing.
can't
but,
stay in. It's so impossible.
Yeah.
But what's so crazy is what I really do hate is y'all go post everybody else's shit. People that you don't even fucking know. Why?
Oh,
man?
right. Yeah. People will support strangers harder than. But
But why?
Oh, true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for what?
Because they're making better, like realistically, because they're making better content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really think so? I mean,
Yeah, do I think Kai Sonata's making better content than me? Yes.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing.
He's got Kevin Hart on. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's what I'm saying though. Like,
Yeah, but he did.
I mean,
I'm
maybe
not
you're
saying he
seeing it
did this,
more
but I'm saying he did this grind for years before any of them want to
before-
look at his pro. Yeah.
Okay,
But
but I get
streaming and
that, I get
podcasting
that.
are very
Yeah.
different.
And I get that, and I can respect that because I do know he came from that struggle. That's cool,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but for me, it's the podcast. Like, I don't compare myself to streamers. It's podcasts. Where I'm like,
Podcasts, yeah.
when I see podcasts out of nowhere, just fucking like, oh, in either one industry plant or two, they're paying for views, which the industry is doing for them.
Right.
Like,
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
that fucking I can't do it. George Santos, that gay senator who got like ousted. He's about to go to jail. His podcast on YouTube had like 200 subscribers, but would have like 20,000 views. I'm like, you paying for that, man?
Yeah.
Come on, like, what
Yeah.
what are you doing? You can't call yourself a podcast. He's had 3 episodes. You're about to go to jail. Like, the podcasting game is tough. Streaming is as tough. I get it, but like, we try not to compare ourselves to streamers.
Yeah, because we're not doing that. You
We're
know
not,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like they're literally going live and staying live for
hours
5,
at a time.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, or doing
I'd say
marathons.
I'd say it's easier for the work wise as like the person who's like editing this and later looking back at it and cutting the clip. I'm like, I see good streamers is like, hey man, cut that clip, y'all. I'm like,
Yeah,
Right.
you just gotta shout that out and people will cut the clip for you.
yeah, they got a guy.
Fuck
Yeah.
man, that's crazy.
got a guy?
Well, even if not, they just have people just watching that will just like record
Oh,
and
right,
post that
yeah,
last
and
30
then
seconds.
post
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, clip that stream. I'm like, you're wow. All
Yeah.
right, damn, man, good for you guys.
People not even on payroll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's fans, man. This is how it is. The game's changed. We out here doing the whole thing. It's tough because like you see the personalities that blow up. You see people who are just demons and do great things. You see people who are like really sweet, enduring people doing great things. And like the whole point of this show is to figure out whether or not we think that of you, Los. Whether we think you a bar enemy or bar friend.
Okay.
Nick, tell them what we about to do.
So, Mr. Los and everyone at home, we are going to play our favorite game, Bar Enemy, Bar Friend, where we are going to ask our guests quite a few questions.
Run him through the gauntlet.
Run him through the gauntlet, vet him, and see if we decide if he is a bar enemy or a bar friend.
Now, to the people at home, bar enemy, bar friend, those are just two different titles we put to people. If you're working with us at the bar, you could be a bar friend and still not be a great bartender. You really could. You could be a bar enemy and be a killer behind the bar. This isn't a denotion of a title that means you're a shitty human being or a good human being. This is just our opinion of what you are when it comes to this industry. Now, somebody who's only had one job in this industry, we're not going to judge you based on how you worked in this industry. We are going to judge you about how you interact within this industry. Because as a comic, where are you most nights?
At shows.
And where are the shows?
In Woodbridge.
And inside of Woodbridge, like, what kind of building is it?
Yeah, in bars.
In bars. There you
yes,
go.
in
Okay.
bars.
So you're in bars. Jesus. Man, you really made me fucking jump through hoops for that one.
Hey, man. Views just went up.
Hope so.
Right.
Hope so. So
I
yeah.
hope so.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, we got to clip that in
I fucking
there.
love that.
Yeah,
one.
we gotta
So
put that in
that
there.
one makes you so happy and sad for him because I know he's not with her.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like-
no.
Yeah. You know the one he's talking about? Was it
Kodak
Bert?
Black.
Oh, no, yeah,
Kodak Black was on the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
and they were asking, "Oh, do you think she's the one?" And
They,
he's like,
you know, they asked first. They're talking about women. You got a lot of. I don't know. You talking to a girl? Yeah. You ever fall asleep while talking to her on the phone? He goes, "I did last night."
"Yeah, I did last night." He's like, "Oh, you think she's the one?" He's like, "I hope so."
Oh, no,
Can you pull it up? Can you pull it up? It's so sweet because you're like, oh man, he's
All
young.
that-
He's like 19 at the
All
time.
that
Like,
gremlin stuff
yeah.
went out the window.
Out
didn't
the
it?
window, man. It was a gremlin in love. What? Yeah.
I hope so.
And then he got the mask on.
They all
Everybody
wear
had the mask on.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
good.
I do remember that.
I'm gonna put that on our board. That's so funny. I hope so. That's so. God, to be in love.
He's
It's
so
gotta suck.
Kodak's my guy, man. He's it's like adorable and scary at the same
Oh, yeah.
time. Yeah.
Imagine,
I'm glad you just called him
that.
adorable.
But imagine as a girl, if that's in love with you. You're like, I don't know what I'm getting today.
Right.
Like, what
yeah.
version of Kodak am I getting?
Yeah.
Like, is he a Huggy Bear or an Ewok leading a revolution?
yeah,
like,
no
what are we
buzz.
doing? All right, let's ask some questions. So, when you go to bars, Liz, what kind of bars, when you're not working, not doing the comedy, what kind of bars are you looking for?
Something more of like a lounge. And, you know what I'm saying? Laid back, less light,
Are
more
you
intimate.
Are you trying to say in not a white way hookah lounge, or are you a hookah lounge guy?
I'm a hookah lounge guy.
Okay.
Yep. I like the hookahs. Love them.
What is it? Is like, explain to me the appeal of a hookah lounge.
To me, because I'm a smoker, it's just the amount of smoke. I think, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like the hookahs, just the amount of smoke and everything like that. And also I feel like because it's just less, I don't know, harmless than, you know, like nicotine or whatever like that. It's just one of those things.
Oh, there's no
Plus,
nicotine in hookah?
I don't believe. Well, I'm not saying it's not.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't
But
smoke at all. Like,
As
yeah.
far as I'm concerned, I'm like, there's nothing but who's to really say? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like,
There is one person who could say.
who could say that?
Yes.
There's niggas
Yeah,
that-
no, you pulled it up. Read
Oh,
it. Yeah,
okay,
sorry. Yeah.
yes.
I was trying to fucking ollie you, bro.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, what? It made it seem personal, as in like I'm the hookah guy.
No,
I was like,
no,
I'm just
no.
looking it up over here.
Just like,
I was watching him pull it up. It was
Yeah.
perfect time. I was like, and only one man
Oh,
can say
okay,
it.
I
No,
wasn't
there you go.
even-
Yeah.
Yeah, so the hookah tobacco contains nicotine.
hookah tobacco.
Which
see,
is
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. So, but I do understand what you mean. I am not a cigarette smoker or anything. I smoke weed, but I hate hookah. But I understand why someone who is a smoker would like that because, especially in Virginia, right? There's no bars that are smoke bars anymore, right? For the most part.
Yes, yeah.
So that's the closest thing you can get to smoking in the bar, and you're having your beer, you're drinking your Corona, and you can smoke on something. I think hookah for a dude looks really, really. I'm gonna do sus. Fruity was a word I was gonna use.
Yeah. It's just a strawberry mint, not fruity.
Yeah, it's just I hate hookah. It makes my throat hurt, but I understand the appeal for smokers.
It reads right here. The Google AI says, in fact, a typical hookah session can deliver a dose equivalent to smoking 100 cigarettes.
I don't believe that.
That's
I don't
crazy.
believe
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
believe
there's
that.
no way.
I
Yeah.
definitely don't.
I don't believe that. I believe that it could be about a quarter of that.
But also, what I do
But how long is a
mention
hookah
is, like,
session, you know?
The hookah.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, sessions can be
I don't
2
know how long
hours.
that
That
is.
says hookah tobacco. The one little joint hookah that mine's like I'm saying it had the little like more like the little coal, so it was burning off.
No, the coal just
Well,
is
no,
to
no.
make the tobacco on fire underneath it.
It says a 20-gram
Yeah,
bowl of
it's
hookah
there's
can
So
contain
underneath that joint
0.06.
is-
Right here. No, you get it right there.
Right here.
A 20-gram bowl would contain 0.06 to 1.1 grams of nicotine, or 60 to 100 milligrams of nicotine, and that's definitely a lot of nicotine.
Yeah,
Oh,
because when you go to Los, when you go to a hookah lounge, so
Yeah, but it's not you because you're passing. So
You're passing it.
It's 100
Yeah.
over 2 hours amongst the 7 of you.
yeah,
you know
exactly. It's because most people except my boy Manny, shout out my boy Manny. He's
Shout
the
out
only
Manny.
person I ever know that he has the hookah at home, and I know people that got hookah at
Oh,
home.
he's by himself.
But he literally, it's just by himself. And then when there's people at his house for events,
Yeah.
he's got the hookah for them.
And the hookah
And then
for
he's
him.
got his hookah. Like I do with my weed. Like y'all can have that weed, but I'm going to face my J's the whole time because I don't pass my J's unless, we're out. And most of the time, I'm just smoking my own.
Right.
But yeah, but like you said, you think it's just the coal, but the thing is that the coal is just the vessel is just firing up what's underneath the foil and everything.
Okay.
And when you're at a hookah lounge, they're just giving you the shit.
And
You're
that's
not
crazy,
putting
'cause
it
I don't-
together. You know what I
have
mean?
one, so I've never even
Yeah.
thought about that. I thought it the whole time it was just
Go to the
coal.
tobacco store when you go buy your cigarettes or go buy your blood. You smoke weed, right?
Yeah.
When you go buy those things, go to the hookah section and you'll see bags of their shit, and that's all their tobacco. And that goes underneath.
And then
They
they
even have
mix
some
that with
gel. Yeah, and they mix
The
it.
hashish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's definitely not good and or better for you than it's probably worse, honestly, than a pack of Newports.
Well, no,
Every
like,
Bargoyle at home, welcome to the intervention of the nicotine issue for my man Los here, man. You smoking too much, Los.
Oh man, damn.
It's actually might have woke him up a little bit, to be honest. Like,
I hope my mama ain't watching this.
I didn't know, but I was like, I got hookah vibes out of you, so that's why I threw that question. I was like, I feel like he hits hookah, yeah.
Was that some real shit right there? You just said, I looked at you and you look
I just
like
got those vibes,
Nah,
yeah.
you just
Especially when you said
vibes of, like
lounge, yeah.
nicotine. You
No,
just,
it's when someone says like if I ask them what kind of bar and they say lounge, they usually say cocktail lounge. Where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, nice like cocktail lounge in the city, something like that. When someone says just lounge, I'm like, they mean hookah.
Go straight to
don't they?
hookah,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
they mean hookah, yeah.
gave it away.
we've got quite a
Fuck.
few of those
All right,
around
yeah,
here.
no, we got some hookah lounges, yeah.
No, I'm gonna learn how to speak properly. Next time.
That was not an improper. That was not a comment about
Yeah.
proper or improper.
Yeah, it was
you
not.
are speaking crazy improper, but that was not a comment about it.
Yeah.
No. So, what is your drink of choice when you go out to a bar? What are you ordering?
Long Island. That's my
Makes
my
sense.
drink.
Why?
Just love the mixture as long as it's been mixed right. But I also like I just like the taste, honestly.
So, I mean, you're a Woodbridge guy. I'm a Woodbridge guy. 95% of our viewers are Woodbridge. Where's the best Long Island in Woodbridge? And if you know their name too, say it. You know, yeah.
He said Fridays is gone, baby.
Yeah, Fridays is gone. Fridays had
okay.
it. Fridays
They
had
got the
it.
$5
Yeah,
joint.
$5. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Crafty Crab over there by the mall. Makes
Oh,
it good.
shout out Dre. Yo, Dre. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still there?
I don't
Last
think
night-
so. I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
the
No.
one with the dreads, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's not there no more. There was
They
a
are not
Spanish,
there anymore.
Yeah,
Come
they,
on. I'm just
them.
kidding. I'm just kidding. No. She don't do that. She don't do that. I'm fucking with you.
Spanish guy, but they make a good Long Island over there, and
We knew a that worked there.
oh man,
Here's behind bar.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out.
And you know what? Speaking on him, I think remember the night that we went to we were at Down Under, and DeConte said that some dude called me the pedophile from Bungalows.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I think they
yeah,
thought
yeah, sorry,
I think
yeah.
they thought I was Christian.
Yeah, you guys.
And
had
I
that, yeah.
confronted somebody about that. And I was like getting ready to rumble, and then like a month later, I was like, I don't think that. I think that they were.
tracks.
I think that they were
Yeah.
being true, but it was they weren't. They thought I was him.
You got both bald head,
Bald
facial
head,
hair,
facial
glass.
hair.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I honestly should have been like, hey man, I'm not that guy, but I didn't know about that shit.
It's impossible. Like,
I thought some dude was just trying to say some shit about me, and I'll fucking kill you over some shit. Allegations like that, yeah, yeah, allegations like that. Fuck, I don't play that shit.
Oh man,
but
shout out DMV SM.
yeah, shout out DMV SM.
You got a question for him?
Yeah, Los, when is the last time that you've actually, no, I do another one that kind of has to do with that. How do you know you've had too much to drink? What are your signs?
Oh man, the slurring for sure.
Slurring.
Yeah.
Do you do anything physical?
No, I don't. Well, okay, I'll say it like this. I guess it just depends on my mood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe that I'm already in. 9 times out of 10, I keep my circle small.
Okay. Yeah.
So I already know. You know how I'm gonna react off of that stuff like that. But,
and they know your signs too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody will see it maybe getting out of hand.
Like, get this motherfucker home.
Yeah, let's get him home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm not the type to argue with you as long as I'm around family and friends. Like, if you saying I'm not driving or I'm not doing this and that, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna fight you. Plus, like I said, it just depends on my mood.
Right. Okay.
Honestly.
And then to piggyback off that one, like, what kind of drunk are you when you're at the level? Not when you're tipsy. Like when you're at the level. Like the true level, what kind of drunk? Sad, happy,
I don't
angry?
get sad. I don't get sad.
Fighter?
No. Honestly, I just know my limit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do that. Plus,
Yeah, but when you get there though, like what's your emotional
again,
state? Yeah.
it just depends on the mood.
Oh,
Like
true.
if you're.
When was the last time she texted you?
Right. One of those like, oh, this stupid month. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or
Motherfuckers in here can't say excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, one of those. You know what I'm saying? That part. Then yes, that's me.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm saying?
like, take this guy home. That's what that is. Like, get him home.
Like now it can get out of hand because now you know it's really no turning back. Like once I'm there, I'm there. If you push me to that point, I'm there.
Yeah.
Now,
For me, it's if you see me holding a drink with 2 hands, that means I'm gone.
Okay.
That means it's like a security blanket where I'm like holding with both hands, like because I realized it. I had like some girlfriend pointed back like 7-8 years ago. They're like, when you're doing that, like why are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? She goes, why are you doing that? And then 5 minutes later, she goes, oh, you're ready to go. You're done. I was like, no, we're gonna. I still want to be here, but I'm gone. I'm like my brain is gone.
You've time traveled.
Yes, I'm in
Yeah,
the middle
at
of
that
a time
point, you're
travel,
time
and this
travel.
is my security blanket. Where I'm just like, all right, well, I'm here.
Right.
What's up, yo? Hey, we having a good time, yo? Oh shit! Like I hold it real
that's
close.
just
and
letting
tight,
you know you're still awake.
Yes, yeah. It's like it's a security blanket where I'm like, all right, cool, I'm there. So
It's just letting you know.
Yeah,
you're
mine
awake.
is the double face rub. When I start doing this shit over and over again, it's like, all right, get this guy the fuck out of here. Like, he's done. He's fucking done.
Los, when's the last time you've been kicked out of a bar?
It hasn't been recently.
Oh, that wasn't the question.
It's been a long time, actually. It's definitely been
Is there a time you got kicked out of a bar that like sits with you and you remember like, God damn, that was a moment? Do you have any of those moments where like, shit, we definitely should have did that?
well, it wasn't actually a bar
Or I'm
that
gonna
I
pull
got.
back up on that bitch and knock everybody out.
I've
spin
never
the block
really
on
been
the ball.
kicked out of a bar like that. Like I said, I mean, my circle's really small, so it's like, I'm
you
with-
can't at your homie's house.
yeah, I'm really not that bar real type. So I really don't, because I'm not trying to really spend all that money.
That's smart. Yeah, smart.
I
You
feel
know, I'd
that.
rather just be around us right here. We done bought a bottle because that's what we was gonna spend anyway. I've really kind of been that type, but like, even now, like
Well, shoot a motherfucker a text sometime then, dog.
yeah, I got to.
I bet.
I got to.
I'm Woodbridge.
You only up the street. You know what I'm saying? So I got
Yeah.
to. But I mean, I've had more drunk moments than like bar stories.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have been in the bar and be like, damn, I seen somebody get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really me. Mines are just like more just drunk stories. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
If you had to choose one alcohol for the rest of your life, whether it be, and you have to be specific, brand loyal, specific to the brand, what would it be?
It would definitely be Ciroc.
Which one? Red berry?
I would probably stay true to the red berry over, even though I got a couple of flavors I like, but red berry is, it
True.
would definitely be Ciroc.
Somehow we circled back to Diddy.
What's crazy is he didn't like Ciroc until he found out about Diddy's proclivities. He's like, well, yeah, I gotta support a motherfucker.
Yeah. Somehow we circled.
Well,
back
that's not
to
really
Diddy.
his shit. I don't drink the De Leon no more.
No, Ciroc was him.
Ciroc was
No,
absolutely.
they said he was just the face for that.
He's for every case of Ciroc that sold in the United States in like 2014,
He got
was
paid
getting
for it.
he was getting $12
He
a
was the-
case,
he
and it
was
was
the face.
one of the top 3 selling vodkas in the United States.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you know you had
That
that
you know
lawsuit.
Do you know what they called him with Ciroc? I forget whoever makes it, Diageo or whoever. They used to call him Ciroc Obama. He was the guy
He was
because
the
Ciroc was
face.
nothing. Ciroc was such a shitty vodka. It was it sponsored some money in Grandma's Boy. You know the movie
Yeah.
Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. In a lot of the scenes, you see Ciroc just sitting in the middle because they thought that was the clientele. They're like, nah. Diddy came in and it grossed it to one of the top selling vodkas. It was like number 3. We're selling a lot of money, but I think he was getting like $12 to $14 a case, and they were selling millions of cases. Like, he wasn't just the face. He made his way into the brand, but he had to sell out like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it had the African American population in a chokehold.
Oh yeah,
It really did. Just like Don Julio does now, and Casamigos did before, and Hennessy always has. Yeah,
Well, I mean, like I knew rappers always had like their own kind of like liquor that they would shout out, but it was always super short lived. He was one of the only like rappers where I saw like took a brand and was like, okay, no, I'm not just the brand ambassador. I'm going to become, marketing CEO or something like that, because every rapper had Cristal, and Pac had Alizé, and it was Jay-Z with Cristal, but like he was like, no, Ciroc is mine. I'm part of this company now. Let's go. Ciroc Coco Loso, in case you ain't know so. Like fucking, he was out there.
Remember Cameron put out the scissor?
No.
He had the purple bottle.
He had he did for a second.
You don't remember that one? When he dropped that album, what was it? Purple Haze?
Purple Haze, yeah. He had a drink, but Ciroc definitely lasted a lot longer.
Well, yeah, a drink versus
that,
the
like you said,
like Jay-Z with
short-lived, though.
Douce. Like Douce is
Yeah, right.
extremely
Yeah,
popular.
well, Jay-Z started Douce. That was
Yeah.
his. And then I don't know if he's still with it.
No, I think he sold that half, right?
Probably, yeah.
It makes sense. That's how you make the money. You know,
Yeah.
you sell the stock.
Was it Clooney's with Casamigos?
Casamigos, Clooney.
Yeah, Casamigos. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That is a venture that is worth a lot of money if it is done right. Because if it's not, then you're just a dude who had a shitty bottle from 5 years ago.
Yeah, Ludacris had Conjure Cognac, and that didn't go anywhere.
And
Yeah,
Chris Brown, who was like Nouveau, like it was just
yeah.
Yeah,
Nouveau
yeah.
had a moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
And T-Pain and all them, they had a moment.
But like you said, a short-lived
Yeah, it was
moment.
a
'Cause you
short-lived
don't
Short
even.
limo. Ciroc is still a snap frost grapes for 5 times distilled copper pot. Like
Right.
Ciroc was good. Ciroc was good.
Yeah, it's still on the shelves.
So is that the other one you would do red berry for the rest of
Yeah,
your life?
I would definitely do red berry.
So how do you mix your red berry? What do you do with it?
Straight or cranberry juice.
Okay. The Red Moon.
Yep. Yeah, I don't. With the liquor, I just feel like I need to taste it. Like, don't mix my shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if it did, if it just throws off the alcohol, like that's what I'm drinking on it for.
Gotcha. You want to taste it a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hide it. A lot of people are into hide it. They don't want to taste it. So that's what
But
my
I mean,
thing.
which is worse because y'all like gonna get yourself more fucked up doing it. Cause it's going down like juice is water. You so comfortable with it.
Oh,
thinking, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
Let me taste it so I can know my limit.
Okay.
Right,
I'll give you that.
sense. So since you're buying alcohol, when you go to the ABC store to buy your alcohol, are you pulling up in front or are you parking your car in the?
Pull it up in front.
Jesus Christ!
Pull it up.
Just right in the fire lane. just-
Depending if there's no more room in the front, now I gotta go in the parking lot. But
That's the only reason you'll park if there's no more cars. There's no place to pull up.
because I want to get in and get out.
That's wild.
You could
That-
literally
that-
just park in.
Y'all don't like that? Hey,
No, man. That's a fire lane, man.
Yeah, it's a fire lane, bro.
Man, first off, I mean, you probably
Dude, I mean,
right,
defend
right?
yourself.
'Cause we
Defend-
don't need the
Defend your
liquor store-
actions.
We don't need the liquor store catching on fire, so I understand that. But
Yeah, that'd be the only reason he's like, no, hey,
Yeah,
yo, we
like-
got to stop parking here
Yeah,
because
just
it
in
could catch
case-
fire.
just in case it catch
We're
fire.
here.
And then my
Yeah.
Impala is in the way.
I just heard on the podcast they told me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, I mean, it's just been one of them things, man. Like, even just from watching my OGs, man, everybody just pulled up in front of the liquor store, unless you was going across the bridge.
Yeah.
And then, it was a different story then, but yeah, I pulled right up in front. Fuck it. Yeah. I'm only gonna be in there for a minute. I know
Say
what
that.
You say that.
Say that.
I know what I'm going for. Red berry Ciroc.
Yeah, but
I'm
y'all-
out.
Not y'all. People do walk in and just like peruse the store, knowing they're getting the same bottle every time. Oh shit, what's that over there? It's
Y'all got a tasting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Y'all giving out free shots?
And I don't like the tastings. I don't like those. I've always feel like they always bring like the cheapest liquor for you to taste. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
So it's typically not the cheapest. It's typically new stuff that you never heard of. So we think it's cheap, but I never heard of that shit.
Did you guys want to try this aristocrat we have?
Disgusting.
Oh yeah.
All right, so when you are drinking, you're going a little bit, you know, off the sauce. What is your go-to drunk food?
I actually do candy.
You got a sweet tooth?
Yeah.
Skinny motherfuckers always got sweet tooth.
bullshit,
I don't know
like,
what it is. Yeah.
And the weirdest shit, cause I always get laughed at about this shit. I like Twizzlers.
Okay.
Whole bullshit. Like it gets,
Just like regular classics?
yes, yeah. Oh well, the wild berry is good too, but I'm more the classic. And I gotta get the big bag and the golden Oreos.
Wait, they got golden Oreos? What is that?
Oh, Isaac.
They're the
the
yellow ones.
gram, but they're called the golden Oreos.
Yeah, I mean, what flavor is that? Like,
vanilla,
is
essentially.
It's vanilla, but
it's just like
Yeah.
vanilla wafer, but,
but instead
is
of
the same
the-
cream inside?
so-
Yeah.
So instead of like the black cookies, whatever,
Yeah.
like that, it's the
So it's like an
graham
Asian threesome.
cracker. Man, them things are sitting
Yellow on the out. Okay, cool.
Might want
Well,
this.
since you like Twizzlers, I'm gonna have you eat this charger cord right on, right live, because if you like Twizzlers, you will chew an extension cord.
Nah, I ain't going that
Fucking
far.
gross.
Let's get like 2 restaurant questions.
Yeah.
yeah. What's the biggest tab you ever ran up at a restaurant bar?
Oh shit, man! I don't really like to talk about that on air. It was probably about,
Was it prom again?
like, yeah, 150 and shit.
Damn, that's a lot of hibachi.
Yeah. No, probably the largest I did, and that was probably when my family, when I had the boys and stuff. Shit, I'm cheap, man. It was probably like 300.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dang.
300. But I was just including like the food, and I think we had somebody go out with us too, and I think it was income tax time.
Oh, you just got that check? All right.
So it was good.
That leads me to part 2 here, which is what I was really trying to figure out. What'd you tip?
Shit. Yeah, I didn't give him shit. I was like this, like I had never had to pay a big ass tab like that before. so I,
So you paid the amount?
I was tapped out. I was tapped out.
Oh, she started so strong, bro.
I know. I apologize, fellas.
Don't apologize to me.
No, this is my
Don't
first
apologize
time.
to me.
This is my first time in. Shit, I ain't know how to act.
You could have Googled it. You know what I'm saying? You could have did anything.
Because I felt like it was gonna be insulting. I probably only had like $2, and I felt like that was gonna be insulting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. But
instead
so
of
was
tipping
not.
the 2 I mean,
yeah. I
They're
mean,
both
either way, you was
insulting.
gonna be insulted. So I was like,
I would take
everybody
the
just
0.
hurry up.
I would take a 0 over 2. I would take 0
Yeah,
over
I'll
2.
take 0 over 2.
Respectfully, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to vote now. God.
Yeah, damn.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, nah, I ain't tipped that day. But I mean, I tip now.
How long ago was that?
Oh shit, yeah, this is like
I was like, okay, all right. You go.
definitely,
okay.
yeah. Like I said, I had the boys. The
You've
boys
grown.
are still,
Yeah, you've grown.
yeah. Now, of course, I leave tips. I think
You better,
That's
and
what
you do
they
HVAC. We know for a fact that's not a low-paying gig.
Oh nah, I mean, but I'm on the commercial side. I don't do the residential side
Okay.
anymore. So,
Oh, true. Yeah, it's better money commercial, ain't it?
yes,
Yeah.
and it's left sided.
Okay, yeah. All right, bet. My buddy Blake says he went straight commercial.
Yeah, that residential, you can have that. Like if I do residential, I'll be working for myself at that time. I won't do it. I won't do it for a company.
Right. Yeah, side gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do one last question, Isaac?
Yeah.
Vote?
Yeah. So
He's like, actually, no. But yeah.
I'm mad.
He was like, oh.
I'm
tip thing. It's a tip. No, it's a tip, man.
this one might like I'm not sure if this is gonna just like home run it or if I can knock it all the way in. You ever been at a bar and lie and say it's your birthday or any kind of lie and get free drinks?
Yes,
What was the lie?
it was my birthday. Easy one to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like these people really don't really have that time to keep asking you this and that. Yeah, like it's my birthday, and I think we bar hop that time too, and so I probably went to like 2 or 3 restaurants. Yeah, I did that. Hell yeah, I did it. Las Vegas.
All right, Nick, you want to go ahead and
Yeah,
start
I'm gonna
this
go ahead and
vote
start,
off?
man. Good God Almighty, you started out so strong, and I was over here smiling,
Cheering for you, dog.
cheering for you, and then the last 3 questions were just.
I didn't know I was gonna fail.
Hey man, I didn't say you did yet, but you've inferred, and you've had the right direction. I think you're a great guy, but there is a couple negatives, and these are the things that I always gravitate towards with this answer. Parking in front of the ABC store is obnoxious, and like every single ABC store is in a shopping center that has a humongous parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. I've
They're
never
never
been to
stand-alone.
one.
They're
They're never
never-
stand
it's a
alone.
plaza.
They're always in a plaza. You can park even
You
if,
saved 10 steps.
yeah, as long as you don't park in front and you don't park in a handicap spot when you're not handicapped.
I won't do
It
that.
is super easy. Yeah, but you'll prevent a fire truck from being able to save.
If I hear them coming, I move.
But if
Baby,
you're in the
move.
store, you can't move. You don't know.
You know you always roll with somebody when you go to the ABC.
If it makes you feel any better, Shevis does the same
Yeah,
thing.
Shevis does
He
the same
learned on the show too. He came back and was like, "I'm sorry, I'm going to stop doing it," but I don't think you're going to stop.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what's so
nah.
funny? I went to the liquor store with him before we came to the Tony Wood show.
Yeah.
He definitely did not park in front of the store. I bullshit you not.
changed,
That is a real thing. And I was thinking to myself, why the fuck is he parking
I've
over
known
here?
him for 5, 6, 7 years.
Why the fuck are we parking so far from the store?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, we gotta clip that.
When you see Shepherd's that, but that's a true
clip
story. He definitely parked in the parking lot. And
He's growing, man.
I swear I was getting out the car. I was like, why the fuck are we all the way back here? Like there's nobody out here.
Because he learned, man.
He learned, yeah. No, he came on the show and was like, actually unabashed, was like, "Oh, yo, I shouldn't be doing that." We're like, "He's a fire lane, man. What are you doing?"
You know, and now I don't know. Now I feel.
No, you still gonna keep doing
Yeah,
it.
you gonna still-
Look, you
I know-
still gonna keep doing it.
I probably am, but fellas, I'm gonna do it every now and then.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do it every now and again, it means you're still doing it. But yeah, so
Go ahead,
that
continue, yeah.
so that one negative. Not tipping on the $300 check. Don't care how long ago it was. Negative. Yeah, man, I think you're just awful. To be honest, I thought you were great. And then we started asking good questions, and we got some bad answers. So
we peel back the layers.
yeah. So I consider you a friend of Nick, but you are a bar enemy, my friend. You are a bar enemy. I will hang out with you. We'll go to the bar. We'll hang out. I'll take care of the tip, man.
Yeah, I got the shit.
I got it now, Nick. I got it now.
I can't confirm nor deny.
It is rough because we know it's one of these things where like we know the person and we are judging you not as the person but as the person you are over there. So it's still kind of the person, and it's tough. The answers, man. It's great. No, that and this is why I had this feeling. This is why I opened up this segment with saying, "Hey, just because you a bar enemy doesn't mean we don't not like you." You know what I'm saying? Like I still love Los. I still got so much love for Los, but like. You know, if it's a dinner, me and 2 other homies, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Los don't tip, so.
If it's a kickback back at your crib, I'm cooling. We gonna have a good time. But hey, man, we go to Longhorn Steakhouse because I got coupons. I got $50 gift card. And hold up, so. It was a little bit of this, and if I'm being honest, it's not even like I hate saying it's a color thing, but like Ciroc drinkers I've had so many bad Ciroc drinker experiences because I worked at the park in 14th when Ciroc was blowing up. Okay. And so I've partied with Diddy when he came down, and like I've seen the worst of the worst, and so much of me is always like, man, that was a Ciroc thing, man.
Yeah.
The people ordering Belvedere weren't like that. It was a Ciroc thing.
On top of the Long Islands, he drinks
And
as
then,
well.
yes, I was going straight back to the Long Islands as well. Anybody with Long Islands they drink, man, like you started behind the 8 ball, but that was your 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, so know that. I fucks with you. I loves you. But you a certified bar enemy, dog. You certified. Certified. We don't get a lot of unanimous certifieds, but you are unanimous certified.
You know, I'm not really mad at that, actually. You know,
I'm glad because
you earned it, man. You earned it.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that.
No, you actually got something else to wear in the bag right there on top. Yep. That is yours. No, not that one. Not that one. Yeah, that's the girl shirt.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, the great one. Okay.
That one's for you. That is the certified 101 Bar Enemy shirt for Los.
Okay. All right. I'm in there, y'all.
That's you. Check out the gargoyle. Look at it.
Oh yeah, that's damn right. I like the weed too. That's what's up. And he got the name on it.
Got the bucket hat.
Got the bucket hat. Got the name on it and everything. That's the 1-of-1 certified Los Bar Enemy gargoyle. Yeah, that's for you, big dog. We appreciate you coming on. Shout out your socials one more time before we get out of here.
Instagram, _real_ Big Los Vegas and Los Vegas 2 on TikTok.
We'll see you guys fucking next time. And if you're not following Nick and I by now,
that's on purpose.
It's on purpose. We'll see you guys next time. What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
No, you're fine. I was thinking nameless, faceless restaurant.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles?